Hey there, Andrew, C1D Paintball. This game played at Warzone Paintball in Rico. And the field, what field are we using? We are using tires. It is a 4v5. Connor and Thomas are on the team of 4. They're spawning on high ground, which is good for them because they are down a man. We've got the extra player on my team. And there's me, Jay, and 3 others. We're spawning on low ground. And you know what? That's all you need to know. Let's see how this one pans out.
This one in front of us is got larger and better too.
Yeah.
Alright, so you get the tractor tires, the one to the right of the tractor tires, that can go up.
Yeah, I think the stuff on the side is all the same.
Yep.
What's up, boy? One on the far left.
So you can see Connor gets behind some cover after advancing up a little bit. He's got Thomas rushing ahead here. And on my POV camera, I am set up behind a barrier. I got a big murder hole here I can look out of and shoot out of. Enemy can shoot into that too, so you gotta watch out. And on the big map, overview map, here's Connor, here's Thomas, and this is where I'm located. So in the next sequence, you'll see me, I'll motion with my hand up ahead. I do talk a lot, you know that from watching these videos. And if you've watched the videos or played with me, I am very vocal on the field doing callouts. But in this situation, especially with Connor and Thomas, both very good players rushing down on us, I want to hold my position as secret as possible for as long as I can. In this kind of tight environment, you eventually get found out, usually pretty quickly. I'm trying to be quiet, point out where they are. I know there's enemy activity ahead of me. I have no idea that it's Connor and Thomas. Although, hey, there's only 4 players on their team, so it's a 50-50 chance. Now, Connor was firing shots towards my area, but not at me. He was firing to my left. So on his camera, he was firing more to my right in the middle, and because that's where Jay is set up. Again, Connor doesn't know where I am. Connor doesn't know he's firing on Jay, but it looked like he's firing my way. He is going my way, but left of me, not at me.
They're shooting in between the tires.
There's one less mag.
Yeah, they're looking for gap.
So the mag I started with in the game, there's only a couple of shots left, and I changed magazines, but like I've done many times, even though I've painted the end of my marker plug, my barrel plug, red so I can notice when it's still in my marker, well, I've fired shots into this already, and I'm going to put the fresh mag in, fire a couple more shots before I finally realize it. When it restarts again the footage, I'll fix it up. I'll shoot some shots on the side to try to clean up my barrel. Sure enough, I will, and we'll be able to get back into the game. Now on the flip side, we got Connor set up here, all 4 of his teammates, and you can see on his screen, he's got Thomas up ahead here. We saw it at the beginning of the game. He's got one guy right in front of him here and another guy on the right. Now, if we do an overview of their location here, they're heavy on the left side. Now, I'm here, and I mentioned Jay is at the spawn area here. My other 2 players are around Jay up on that side. I'm not exactly sure where, so I'm not even going to theorize it. Now, the first thing you may say if you haven't played on this field before is, wow, they can get flanked. Connor's team get flanked if Jay or any of my other teammates come around this side. But the fact is, it is a tough area to go across, and Connor and his teammates actually have got a pretty good angle. If they turn right, they can really nail people running out there. I mean, you can get across there if you try. It's one of those high risk, high reward things. So while they're kind of leaning heavily on that one side, it's not as if they're really widely exposed on the right side. Now, when the next sequence starts up, my team's going to actually lose somebody, so it's going to be even at 4 players per side.
There's one in the far back on the left stack, looking through the hole. Like on their spawn. Okay, it's 4 on 4. tree on the right. I'm feeling some heat, boy.
So before I gave a hand signal earlier in the game, not to give my position away, but let my players know I saw people ahead of me, well, that's out the window. I scream. I see 3 players. Ironically, the one I don't see is the one who's closest to me, by the way, Thomas, but Connor's teammate to Connor's right, he stands up here, so he's exposed and I see him. But at the same time, this other guy who was directly to Connor, just a little bit to the right, he runs across from Connor's right to left, so my left to right. So I see the one guy pop up, I see the guy run across, I'm going to fire some shots. I actually know, you see where Connor is actually at right now? There's a tree growing out from that, in the middle of the tree. I know that position, and I had spotted that somebody was there, one of the 3 I mentioned. I saw 3 people. Didn't know it was Connor, I don't know it's him yet. So there's a lot of things going on here with all this movement, but as I mentioned to start this little blurb out, my position's compromised. They know they're under scrutiny now. Scrutiny? Scrutiny? No, scrutiny is the right word. It's like I'm not grading them or anything. Now for the next sequence, we're going to use my camera to start it off as the main focus. I got all these targets ahead of me, and I'm going to kind of spam around the tight little circle, you know, kind of spraying it. Not a good way to guarantee hitting anybody. Maybe I'll get lucky at somebody. Maybe I'll just keep them pinned down and stop advancing, or maybe I'll make them panic, get up, and make a mistake so they become an easier target. So that one player of Connor's who kind of stood up and made me kind of blurt out loud that I saw all 3 of them, well, he overexposed himself again. He gets taken out. I believe it's Jay who took him out. Now Connor immediately decides that he's going to get out of there. And he's going to go to the right. He's going to go to Big Tires, but he's going to wrap around behind him. So he's going to wrap around the safest way around the field behind his spawn till he gets to Big Tires. Big Tires is elevated. He can look down on the field. You can spot him at Big Tires, but he's a tough target. The most important thing there is he's taking off the heat off everybody else on his team, the remaining 2 guys that are there in the position that he's just about to vacate.
Two in the far back.
All right, freeze frame here. Connor had just watched his teammate who got previously knocked out walking off the field. I'm actually in this location here. I don't know if Connor knows I'm here at this point or anybody's here at this point, but it is a common position to go to. Now, one thing that Connor does see and know, well, right here, there's one of my teammates. Connor knows he's there, so that guy better watch out. Now we're looking at my camera angle here. There's Big Tires where Connor is behind. I'm going to actually go to him like, oh, you're playing at Big Tires. It's not... when there's a lot of people playing and a lot of walk-ins, it's kind of a noob place. You let the noobs go there to set up. It's kind of a safe-ish place. But we're all experienced players here, so everything's fair game. So he's a bit exposed up there, but it's a hard shot for me to make. And me calling out a little trash talk to Connor, that's not going to work with him, but hey, it's worth a try.
You're playing Big Tires, come on! Big Tires, top left.
Swap cameras here. We see Connor. He's about to change magazines, and he's just going to go to a barrier to his left here and make a little move out of the Big Tires area. Now, back to my focus, because I'm going to concentrate on Thomas, who's ahead of me. I know somebody's there. I don't know it's Thomas, but I do know it's a bad guy, so I want to take him out.
On top? He's right fucking here. Oh, fuck.
So Connor takes out one of my teammates. I'm shifting off to try to get Thomas. And as I do shift off and kind of hunt for Thomas, Connor's going to continue to work his way along the right side, his right side, which is the east side of the field, moving closer to my spawn.
Right up on the left!
So I get Thomas out here. Just gonna circle him with this little box. What I should be circling are these shoes. These blue shields. He's got blue on his shoes, his cleats. Just screaming, shoot me, I'm here. I'm gonna take you out, Thomas. Never gonna let you live it down. Thomas takes me out more than I take him out, but he doesn't make videos like this. At least, you know, narrating and that, so I'm gonna take him out. Now, prior to hunting Thomas down here, when I made my move to my right, I gotta blow it up here. It's a bit grainy just because of, you know, I can only zoom in so much with my camera. You'll see there's Thomas, but Connor was running right behind him. And I did notice as I was going to my right, and I didn't fire on them. Maybe I could have sprayed and got lucky. Connor was gonna be behind cover in a split second, so, you know, I'm trying to make myself look better. I don't think I could have gotten either of them. And I might have gotten Thomas if I hit him right away as I was moving. But it still was tough. So as I went across, I saw this happen. It's like, no, nothing's going to happen. Made that split-second decision. I'm going to wait to get a little bit more to the right so I'm on a better angle, that I have more of Thomas to shoot at. He's going to end up running out anyway, so I take him out. But man, you know, my heart for a second. Which one do I get? Made a decision. Is it the right decision? At the time, it's the right decision. I take one out. But let's see if that decision has any repercussions. Now, Connor moving up ever so close. Well, there I am. I'm out there exposed. I'm an easy target for him. On the flip side, this is what I see. I barely see a sliver of Connor. Being left-handed, if I wanted to shoot him, I'd have to go even more to the right. He's got the easier shot, and he's going to make it. He's going to land it, take me out. But let's keep the focus on this little snippet here. You see Jay? He's barreling towards Connor. And by the way, one of Connor's other teammates, he got knocked out. So Connor's in a 1v2 situation right now. Wait a minute, he just took me out. It's 1v1 with Jay barreling down on Connor.
Oh! I tried.
Oh, no. Stay in the game. You shot me. Good.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not safe. Cool.
I got him too. Oh,
Oh, them too.
yeah.
Faster.
Yeah, sorry.
I think
Jeez.
put it straight in here. Look.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that doesn't count. Okay.
Trying to do one of
Jay won that.
I'm not very good, so I think I fucking hit him, man.
So yeah, what happened at the end? Well, as Jay goes around the barrier where Connor's hiding, he's calling out to freeze. As he's calling out, Connor one taps, kind of in desperation. He was totally shocked, totally surprised Jay came around the corner. Jay's a gentleman, good sportsman, knows the game well, and he says, you know, he called freeze, but as he's calling it, and right as he's calling it, Connor takes the shot, lands it. The game is over. Connor's team wins, and it was a fun one, not a long one. Here's the thing, I used to really not like tires too much the first few times. I would dread a small, 4v5, 5v5, 4v4 situation like this. Now I love it, and this was a great example why. Just a little stealth-like game in that. I could play games like this all day long, and it was kind of fun to see Connor at the end just totally get taken by surprise as Jay comes around the corner. And you know what? We all went up staging area, laughed about this one, and we want to play another one, but that's going to be for another video. Thanks for watching. Go out there, make the best of what you have. Have fun no matter how the game goes, because at the end of the day, it's just a game.
over.